안녕하세요. 잠시 동안 발로란트 챔피언스 팬들을 만나볼 시간입니다. 옆에는 아디타님과 그리고 딜런님 모셨습니다. Hello everyone to meet the fans interview. Woohoo! I'm sitting here with Adita and also Dylan. Now, I hear you guys are in here every single day. Do you guys live in Seoul? 여기 맨날 오신다고 들었는데 서울에 사시나요?
No, we actually flew in from Atlanta. We go to Georgia Tech. Shout out J Park.
아틀란타에서 비행기를 타고 왔는데 그리고 조지아 공과대학에 왔는데 갑자기 그 제이팍에게 샤워로드 보내기도 했는데요. 그러면 좀 서울은 어떤지 한국은 어떤지 물어보도록 하겠습니다. So how's Seoul for you so far?
It's been really great. I think all the food is really good. The atmosphere is just a little hot right now.
음식도 맛있는데 날씨가 좀 더워서 힘들다고 얘기를 하네요. 그러면은 또 풋 저지를 입고 있는 걸 봤는데 또 미국에서 왔잖아요. 그렇기 때문에 좀 누구를 응원하는지도 물어보고 싶습니다. Now I saw you wearing foot jersey like a moment ago, but you're from States, home of Americas. What's going on here? You here for EMEA?
Yeah, I am. I'm a pretty big foot fan. Ever since CNET joined, I've been following them, and yeah.
신하트 선수가 이렇게 팀에 들어온 이후로는 풋을 계속해서 응원하고 있다고 합니다. 그러면은 이제 신하트 선수에게 한마디 부탁해 보도록 할게요. Now, message over to CNET.
Yeah, I just want to say I love you, CNET, and good luck at Champs.
굿럭 그리고 시네트 사랑한다고 얘기를 하는데요. 그러면 이제 우승 후보 누구라고 생각하는지도 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Who's winning champions, Dylan?
I think PRX is gonna win.
페이퍼렉스가 이길 것 같다고 얘기를 하는데요. 그러면 이제 또 페이퍼렉스에게 한마디 부탁해봐야겠죠? Now, anything you want to say to 페이퍼렉스?
Let's go Jing. Let's go Forsaken. Yo, manangin is mo.
징, 보세이컨 화이팅! 이라고 얘기를 해줬습니다. Thank you guys for the interview. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the match.
All right, well, the fans coming out here enjoying the event. Always great to, I mean, honestly, being able to, interact with all the different fans all across the world has been the best part about working Valorant esports. So you just got a little taste of that there. But let's go ahead and focus in on the match at hand and what we just saw. And if you're looking at the scoreboard and you're like, wait a minute, that's not how this is supposed to go. Well, surprise, surprise. Trace Esports decided we're going to pick up this dub. And even though it got a little dicey there for a moment, Bren, Trace really pulled through in that OT, able to lock it up.
Yeah, I was a little bit scared that they were going to just absolutely drop off the face of the cliff towards the end, but they locked in. They got that win on Ascent. It needed to happen. I think it's a necessary one. Map 2 of Sunset is coming up, and that's one that's Vitality should be, again, heavy favorites for. But after the improvements that we've at least seen from Trace on that map, and I think all of our expectations coming into this series overall, who's to say which direction this second map's going to be going into as well?
Yeah, I know. It really does blow my mind, considering that coming into this, they're the team with the lowest pick'em rate. No one was giving them time of day.
Yeah,
wild stuff.
Like, stylistically, they shouldn't have matched up well, but they've clearly come in with a ton of improvements across the board in a lot of their maps that they've been picking. And, the second map is coming up again. I have to harp on about it, but Sunset, it's the other map that they first picked the most outside of Ascent recently.
Yeah, of course. And, well, let's go ahead and take a look at our HyperX Reflex moment of the day, because we got to continue to give our love to Trace Esports' Kai, who we were talking about how this guy could be an X factor for this team, Mimi, and has certainly delivered here without a doubt.
I think what's important to note, though, that while Kai was ridiculous and I think had a lot of incredibly impactful moments throughout this map to keep his team in control, he did not win this game for Trace. I think a lot of the time when these teams from regions like China come in, we get really excited about it. A star player, a YZ, a Kung Kung, something like that. But today was not about the individuals, even if he was great. This game was, I think, about the post plants and the fundamentals, and honestly, how clean Trace looked. On that attacking side, they looked excellent. We talked about it needing to be about execution, and the execution was absolutely on point. Every post plant scenario, they're setting up the correct crossfires. They're swinging off each other. They're using the right utility. It was a really impressive and well-played map of Ascent from Trace.
Yeah, it really was. I think they have all the extra elements that you see out of good teams on Ascent as a map. It's really hard, I think, when you're on an analyst desk and you're trying to distill down an OT map of Ascent to what one team did better than the other, because honestly, it's a lot of micro adjustments over the course of the map and a lot of different changes and teams adapting to one another. But from what we saw of Trace, they're fundamentally really strong in this map. The players are hitting. You saw the best elements out of all of the individuals as well, just to highlight some players like Lao King, his lurks on their attack side. He was constantly opening up the other sites. They were calling the right pauses as a team as well. There were some great moments from Trace overall that got them over the line.
That, what you pointed out there with the pausing in rounds is what really impressed me. I think that's a piece a lot of teams miss, right? Where you're in a position where you're outside of a site, you're ready to fight in, but realizing that flood retake is coming and being ready to pause, take that fight, and then go into the site. It's really hard, those moments. The comms are always hectic. You have a lot going on as a player, as a team, as an IGL, and being able to make those right decisions in these high-pressure moments in a very high-pressure match like this is super impressive for Trace.
Yeah, and now they find themselves in an excellent situation here. 1-0 going into Sunset. That being said, though, as we have already, said a few times now, this Sunset map is going to be one that you gotta lean a little bit more for Vitality on here. But now that we've seen what Trace can bring to the table, I don't know, I'm on the Trace Express. So, take me to the next stop.
For sure. I don't want to get carried away, though. I'm all about getting on trains.
I have never gotten carried away a day in my life, Mimi.
No.
Okay?
But this is the moment where I'm not going to, because this is a good map for Vitality. They started to look a lot better as a team towards the end of Ascent, and safe on Neon here is excellent. They have a lot of great game plans cooked up around him on this agent as well.
I think Vitality have a ton of looks on the defense side as well, which is where they're starting. They have a cool pistol round strat where they hard anchor with a lot of their Cypher util on the other side, like they're playing around a KO ult. But the whole intention of it is that the kill trips stay up. If they knife, Kicks can just try and anchor and play down a nade. But that's just like one part of the puzzle, I think, with Vitality. They have a lot cooked up on this map. They get active at the right times. I love the way that they play it.
If you're an Americas or Pacifica fan, you're not as used to seeing the KO played on this map. You see a lot more breach in those regions, but they play the KO really well. The defensive cross-map knives are massive for information, and I think the timing of Kicks' flashes, especially when combined with Trex's darts or with Safe running in, is always really good. It's pretty common in EMEA, and of course Vitality execute it well, and they'll have to if they want to stay in this series.
Yeah, that's right. Well, can Vitality force that map 3? We're going to send it back over to your casters for the call. It's Achilleos and Paper Thin.
Alrighty, thank you. Yes, let's get ready to go into Sunset for Trace. They want to ride off into the Sunset, try to find themselves a 2-0 victory for Vitality. They now need to fight back and extend this series over to Bind.
Yeah, I mean, they have to be feeling super confident after that. Yeah, Vitality did look a lot better as those halves wore on, but Trace has got some really good ideas on how to counter some of what Vitality wants to do. And the last time out on this map, when Vitality played Heretics, it was a bit of a slow start on the defender side for them. They eventually picked it up, eventually found their footing. But what is this going to look like? A couple agents being different in between the two of them, right? You've got the KO, you've got the Breach, but it's not the Breach with the Neon. A lot of times these days, you see the Breach supporting the Neon, and it's the KO for the side of Vitality, which I find to be super interesting. Meanwhile, Trace has the Raze for their duelist, and they have the Breach supporting it. So I like the Breach a lot. It gives you so much control over those long angles, especially around A, whether it be A main or towards elbow or towards mid-top. Those kind of things really can make it difficult if you can get into a position, find some good fault lines, find some good flashes, those kind of things. I'm really looking at Kicks a lot on this map to set up Vitality with that util. Bit of that was mentioned by the desk just a minute ago, and the way that they like to play around the map. And I think it's going to be really, really crucial here. Obviously, Safe, you're looking at him to be that superstar player that you expect that he was in EMEA to as well help set the pace.
As you can see, minor keyboard issue here on the stage, making sure that everything is good to go. So we'll just go ahead and plug in another one, make sure that it's working. And if keyboard worked good, then game can start.
The expert analysis.
What can I say?
I'm 2024.
Yeah, I really love keyboards. I own like 2.
Really?
I can't fathom whenever I see people who just collect mechanical keyboards and do like custom builds and stuff. I'm like, where does this all go? Where do you put these things in your house?
Have you ever gone to like one of the custom mechanical keyboard shops here in Korea?
I have, and I've never purchased anything because I go, no, the stuff that I have, it works just fine.
Right. I've used the same keyboard for like 11 years.
Yeah.
Not even kidding.
I mean, like, I don't begrudge anybody if that's the thing that they want to, nerd out about and that's what you want to collect. I just don't understand having like 15 different keyboards.
For sure.
Like I have,
like they have them up on the wall like it's a gun rack. You know what I mean?
Like I have like 15. I have like 5 of the same like mouse. but that's
Yeah.
because it's discontinued.
Yeah,
So
I'm the
I
same
need,
way.
yes, in case there's, I need a backup if one of them breaks, then I have to go down the line because I really am just so set in my ways that I don't want to change off of a mouse that has been around for 20 years. So, it is what it is.
I actually agree with you on this. One of the rare times that I see eye to eye with you on something.
Well, there we go. Now that we see eye to eye, I think we can go ahead and get things underway. Being told that the keyboard issue has been taken care of, I can see the timer ticking down, so we should be getting into the action here in just a moment. Trace have been able to take the pistol so far on Ascent. Curious to see if that trend is going to continue going into Sunset.
Yeah, absolutely. And a pretty similar idea to what Bren was just talking about on the analyst desk from what I'm seeing from Vitality. Although you do have Trex leaning towards mid with kicks. Maybe a set play there to try to counter any aggression, but the knife from kicks just grabbing a spot onto Low King. Now you got a 3-man push out. Yes, there is the trap wire there, but let's see if they're going to be ready for so many players to be holding here.
Oh, Low King spotted dead. Safe, able to find the double headshot to take him down. And that's going to be a very good first blood. Granted, saw a couple times back over on Ascent. Low King being that first player to end up getting picked off, only for Trace to then still win out the round.
Yeah,
Trace are going to be able to replicate that magic.
You think oftentimes the 4v5 would be a significant advantage, but at times players just go crazy. Oh, Bianca.
Sender manages to get himself around the corner. Just fast enough to dodge that out. Ping going to be coming through. Paint shell around the corner. Flashback at the ready. The jump forward. And oh my God, what is that? Right click. A second one. Is it doing it again? Trick's now the one to try to fight back. Shock dart going to be lobbed in. Gets quite a bit of damage.
Oh my
Both
God.
players tagged down low. Swings in. Finds the shot on Bianca. Everybody low HP. The swing out. Hey, base soften him up a little bit, but he reads the flank, but Fang still has the kill. And my God, they are 3 for 3, and that entry was disgusting.
Absolutely ridiculous what they've dialed up.
Observers, can we see it again? But in slow motion, please.
Yeah, just,
Give me that .25.
I want to savor this a little bit.
Thank you.
Oh, beautiful. Look at that.
Bob.
Oh my God, that is so good.
Absolutely disgusting reactions.
He's just ready. The crosshair placement is perfect. And yeah, Hebe can't even take the heat, man. Woo! Ridiculous.
Well, now 2 Bulldogs. It goes 2 Spectres here for Trace going into the eco round. Safe still going to be picking up a Sheriff here. Try to have a little bit more punch behind him.
Well, and there's a little bit of thought about trying to contest A main again early from Vitality, but without any contact, they quickly spread out. In fact, they've got a couple players wrapping all the way through spawn and a 3-man stack on the other side of the map. For Trace Esports, they're worried about aggression. It never came from any of the angles they anticipated, relying again on that trap wire over towards the A side of the map to kind of give them that info. And you kind of called it there, man. Like, you lose that first player, so what? Like,
Yeah.
they're just firing today.
Just blessing Trace, cursing Vitality. Fault line going to go across. Doesn't connect onto these 2 players here. Cage goes up. They just spray right into it. Like an open book. Runner taken down. Push out of the smoke here. Okay, I think, yeah, they had the spot. As Kai continues to pinch in here towards Market. Shot's going to ring out, and that's going to be Trex taken down. Slide across from Safe, and head removed.
They're going to be ready for kicks, though. He slid into the spot after Runner was
It's
taken
only a
down.
classic.
Yeah.
Swing around, yeah. They get a sense of it. They say, you know what, we never did check that corner.
Really good discipline on this round.
And that's one of the things that the desk was talking about, praising them from Ascent, that discipline to be able to just slow things down, wait, re-clear an angle.
They do it here again.
Think about where players could be. They do it here as they look for a flawless, they fault line him. They know exactly where he's tucked away. So it's going to be a flawless anti-eco here from Trace. Once again, starting off 2-0.
Well, I think in some ways, like we talked about so much how these 2 teams have similar ideas, similar play styles. And you saw that in Ascent, right? It was very, very close. A lot of the rounds were very, kind of info heavy, and everybody just kind of trying to spread the map, stuff like that. But I think for Trace, in their region, they go up against a lot of teams that are very aggressive. You think about FPX, EDG at times. They really want to take those fights and come at you swinging. And this game is playing to their strength. And they're really, really cleaned up. You know, they're performing a lot more disciplined than we saw.
Yep.
And that's so impressive. To come through with not a ton of time into this event and looking a lot cleaner.
Quick spot there on the cam. Runner trying to hold the line here. Turns from the flash. Does manage to find Fang. Cage going to be dropped down. A little bit of counter spam through that one. Safe as well. Going to get tagged up. Over towards that market side. A three-man crunch push gets ready to come through. Runner with a second. Does end up falling. It's Bianca able to find one. Still a man advantage here for the side of Vitality. And the spike not yet planted. Low King going to be taken down. The spike now needs to be recovered. Bianca able to find one. A lot more work to be done as he does get spotted out. Sender elbow showing there. Trex getting Kai. That'll be the closeout. 3 members left alive as Vitality. One thing that we've seen consistently here is Trace winning pistols, but Vitality denying those bonus conversions.
Absolutely, and it's a really great job by Runner, just delaying as the Cypher, getting some of those big opening kills. Just kind of classic Cypher play on this B side on Sunset. And he works it to perfection, gets the rest of the team over to bail him out, to not really give Trace Esports much of an opportunity themselves to find much value, find much success in that round. Yeah, they get a couple kills, but Runner sets the tone there, just shutting things down as that Cypher. And that's definitely part of the game for Team Vitality, is they want to be able to fast rotate on this map. They want to get Safe into a position where he can lead the charge, and they can delay that other team from feeling comfortable from getting into those post plants. And if they do give up those post plants, they're really good about stacking and going for those retakes.
King, getting the reveal. Sender going to be taken down, distracted by the dart. Solid setup coming through as drone spots out on the 2. Feng up over the top, sending down the paint shells, and Kai with that ping, able to find kicks, and the paint shell claims safe at the end.
I know exactly.
Neural Depth now invested to just further ensure the closeout here on the round. The swing in, the double tap. Hebei finding it and running out, left to his own devices with just a Bulldog in hand.
Oh, what a neat play off that Cypher smoke into the recon dart there to set up Low King. Just great coordination from Trace Esports. They are looking so polished.
Kai getting into position as well to try to find the catch here. Runner wanting the Vandal, does find it, but if he cuts across mid, he could be at risk. That's exactly where he's drifting to. Weapons drawn out, but Kai has the headshot instantly. Nothing retained. Trace off to a roaring start. Once again, just not allowing for that momentum build up here from Vitality.
No. And now they've got a showstopper. They had the neural theft in that previous round, made it easy for Hebei to get his kill. Another great spot there. Man, Bianca is on point on the Sova utility today. Ridiculous. I mean, there is a Hunter's Fury for Trex. Runner does have his neural theft, but the ult cycles for Trace Esports so far, allowing them to continue this run. And it's a weaker buy for the side of Vitality. One away from the overdrive, though. If they could find a way to get Safe this kill with this Guardian, could be a difference maker in this round for sure. And just a very methodical, slow start to this round. Flash out, try to see if they could set up Safe, but nobody home for Trace Esports. Closest player was Kai on that Cypher. Just waiting towards mid. Now, just working the map a little bit. Our Trace Esports not really giving up much information on where and how they're trying to approach this map. Vitality, they have Safe watching a little bit of mid. But now the smoke comes through, and Trace Esports looking like they're actually going to stack up for the full execute. It's the full 5-man push.
Maybe Low King getting into a position for a flank here, starting to work his way over towards mid. A little bit of damage found there. 2 players now below 60 HP on the side of Vitality after the paint shell lands behind Runner. But not pulling the trigger on the exec quite just yet. They're still playing this out slowly, but this gives more opportunity for Safe to potentially upset their odds here, but that's a great fault line, and then the pinch comes through. Looking, finding the kill, and Runner, the gun barrel getting spotted out. Bang, makes it all too easy here for him. Hicks, though, able to fight back. Trex fighting too, and now time dwindled. The spike is down, it's in main. I don't think they're gonna be able to get this.
Nope.
Time just ticking. The TP forward is I think they were trying to pass it, but the timing is a little bit off this round. Oh no, it has gotten away from them. Still solid damage dealt here at the very end, but my goodness, this round, this should have been Trace's, but Vitality, they squeaked by with a win.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the idea here from Trace was they didn't like the initial contact that they received. They didn't feel comfortable trying for that showstopper, maybe a little bit worried about another trap wire or something like that. And they tried to create an extra angle through market, but Trex with an absolutely gorgeous Hunter's Fury. So much damage off the back of that. What a lineup he has there.
Yeah, one less player, and the round is still going the way of Trace.
Yep.
Everything was on that Hunter's Fury, and boy, did he deliver. King pushing forward. I believe Cinder may be making a bit of noise there.
He's watching that corner. Now they're starting to stack up. Got some nades and other things to clear it if they want. A little bit of help, a flash and a push out. Not much damage done. King taking a scrape, but both sides for now. Gonna take a pause on this battle again, and Trace Esports, they've paused, but do they know? Are they gonna expect this position from Safe? He's pushed deep through mid.
Just rotating these smokes across. That's a very good question. Drone still available. And K sort of checking the angle, but then drifts far enough forward. A relay bolt gonna be sent fast lane. And the sprint out. Spray here from King. Oh, unable to find him from tiles. Oh. Drone now getting the ping out, the push up in towards the smoke. King trying to just catch Trex off guard. Cannot do so, he gets shut down. Now Vitality looking poised to tie things up as Kai getting spotted out, eating a bit of damage.
That's so good from Vitality. Not just getting that position, but then immediately Trex is there with the drone to check. Clears out King as well. That's really, really good.
I mean, it's 20 seconds remaining and looking like a save here for the side of Trace. Cash in a very disjointed place here. With only Hebei and King really having much to scrape together, so they just have to sit back and allow for this timer to run out.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, it's all the little things. Those protocols and a great escape from Safe. Gotta love the way that he expected more players and didn't overheat. Didn't try to go for the big 2K. Gets another one at the end of the round.
Yeah, Shock Dart flushes him out. Now at risk here is Kai, but still does manage to find one. So Flawless can't come through, but Vitality still tie things up at 3-3. Cash built up, and Trace, they're gonna pump the brakes here as we take a look at the replays.
Yeah, I mean, I think now they're just not quite having as good of a grasp of the map as we saw in Ascent, right? We saw it in the very first pistol round where they're not ready for that push out, where King gets taken out trying to cross towards tiles. And then this round here, you're not expecting Safe's position. You don't have a response prepared, and he's able to duck out because he's a Neon as well. That helps. But then you try to take space off of that, and there's another good response from Trex, from Vitality. And so I think maybe now a little bit more of a lean towards some of the things that have been working is covering the angles early, making sure that there's no aggressive maneuvers from Vitality, and then finding the openings for those executes that have looked generally pretty clean. I mean, like you said, if it wasn't for that Hunter's Fury, that execute with the showstopper a couple rounds ago probably would have worked.
Yeah. Last few seconds to run out here. Trace, one other thing that we can say is that ultimately, I think they've been getting quite good value and good adjustments out of their timeout. So I'm curious to see what the attack strategy looks like coming out of this first one here of Sunset. Fang does get a buy. Passed over a Vandal here, but okay, assessing what he wants to do. We'll just go ahead and have the Bulldog here at the end. So still a decent amount of firepower available to them. Rolling Thunder, Hunter's Fury, one charge away for each.
Yeah, and I think a fight for the orb is in order. See if you can get that Rolling Thunder available. Another quick push-up, very similar to what we saw a few rounds ago. Trying to see if they can catch a player off guard.
Similar one-way setup. Boombot to go ahead and check. Gets the clear out, and there's predictive paint shell. Yeah, anticipates it, but Center's still able to get away. Blast pack in sight, scouted, taken. Vitality getting everybody clustered up, ready for the retake. Plant coming through. Bang for now, Paranoia goes across. They wait that out. No one able to take space off the back of that as Kicks eats a little bit of damage here, and Bianca gonna be fully flashed up there in the corner, but still they cannot peek in. They have not been able to find these angles, but now they do. But King strikes back. Kicks and Safe both gonna be taken down. Just BNK lost for the time being. Ascender now, the last one standing, finds the headshot on to Fang. but needs to divide and conquer here. So they look for a bit of a high-low setup around the corner. Nearly stacked up, there's the swing out. King playing bait, jumping in with a right click. The cleanup is there, and Trace reestablish a lead.
Yeah, and you can see a little bit of difference in idea off the timeout on how Trace Esports wants to identify and clear that elbow position. It's the boom bot into the paint shells, into an aggressive push out to try to get through towards the site. The only thing I was kind of worried about in this round, that's disgusting.
Safe mid-slide.
Really disgusting. The only thing I was a little bit concerned about in this round was that Bianca was the one they gave the spike plant orb over to for the Hunter's Fury, and he's like right on the site. But you know what? You have it for the next round. You have the Rolling Thunder as well. So
I mean, this could get messy.
Yep.
The 4 ults on the opposite side. Hunter's Fury going to open up immediately here from Bianca, just trying to find a target, but so far all of them dodging out, but safe. Staying stagnant, does get tagged. That's going to put that Neon now down to 45. Not the kill that they were looking for, and Feng also eats quite a bit of damage.
And an earlier smoke this time from King, knowing that there's going to be players trying to cross, able to get that owl drone out. Not going to give it too much info. And so this is going to keep Vitality guessing. That's a really well-timed smoke. And good, again, understanding of some of the protocols you were seeing from Vitality earlier. The response to that smoke, knowing there'll be a drone coming. Here we go.
Last packing forward. Wires cleared out, reveal they're on the runner as he gets stunned up, but they can't scale forward through this cage. They have to stay back, and runner able to find one. Kai going to be taken down. Swing out, gets a spot here, puts a couple damage, a little bit of damage there on the King, but BNK taken out. Feng swinging, going for the challenge, but Zender is just knocking them all down one after the other. The drop down looks for a little bit more. So King now all on his lonesome. 2 players low on HP, but they look for a triple face, and Safe will be able to collect. 4-4, we continue to be tied up.
Man, I liked some of the little ideas I saw from Trace Esports in this round, but Vitality is so difficult to get through in the front of the B site, and they're so fast with their rotations because of that Neon, that if you get stalled up at all, and Runner, again, doing a really nice job, buying a little bit extra time, playing his life very nicely as that Cypher, but all you need is that little bit of extra time for Vitality, and they can get into really good spots to just take the rug out from underneath you.
5-man stack up over towards B, though. Does this just end up being an aggressive push? They do have that Rolling Thunder, a hero rifle here in the hands of Kai. So now just breaking down the door, keeping that Vandal obscured. Fault line paint shell going to be expanded. Cam going to get cleared out. Vision taken away from them, as well as the trap wires, but there's the reveal as they play forward. 2 kills now, a third already going to be found as, well, the aggressive push and not leading to too much of anything there. Hebei will go ahead and get 1 on the runner. But otherwise, a damn near flawless is Vitality taking the lead.
Yeah, really starting to stabilize now. Our Vitality, 4 out of the last 5. Safe still sitting on an overdrive in the back pocket. Rolling Thunder still not finding an opportunity to let loose for Trace Esports. Kai does have another neural theft. And Trace maybe looking over towards B this time, is starting to see some smiles there from the side of Vitality, as it feels like they're getting a really comfortable read. B side has been very, very challenging for the most part for Trace Esports to even get the plant down. And now they're just sending out a little bit util, sending out a fake like they're going to contest elbow, like they have a couple times previously. And it's a quick pivot, but again, Vitality's so quick to react as well. No smoke in mid, so they're going to have a pretty decent idea that it's likely going to be B.
I mean, there wasn't too much contest after the recon clear.
Yep.
So they're able to get center into a much more forward position, knowing that no one's pushing from that angle. Plant going to be coming through. Runner still here on the side and strikes right as Fang is distracted. Kill found. Vitality putting the right foot forward. Pushed up though. Runner going to be taken down. King still lurking, lingering here within the smoke. Sends out that paranoia. Smoke going to be dissipating, but now knows that paranoia is going to be expired. Overdrive popped here from Safe, seeking a target. As Rolling Thunder's going to start crashing across. Kai, however, eliminated the man advantage, taken away from them here. As King just cannot get away. The fuse now being held to half, coming through. Hebei has to try to go for the peak, but Safe will zap him down. Vitality now will stretch the lead up 6-4.
Yeah, and Vitality just doesn't have to guess too much on this round. The whole way through, they have a pretty good read. There's an attempted fake over towards A. There's no further contact. There's no contact through mid. initially, so you're just kind of able to really lean heavily and quickly towards that B direction and kind of stymie this crossfire attempt from Market. Good play by Runner again. Really being nasty on that B side.
He finds that timing right before the enemy smoke blooms.
Yep.
Just catching Fang. It's just sat there trying to clear out Trex's dart.
Yeah, they're comboing really well. Hello?
No, it's just going to be Kai spotted.
It's not the end of the world. That does give up too much info. That very well could have been intentional as well. And they're going to try to make a two-man push up through mid. The Raze and the Omen.
It's a 4-man.
Oh, 4-man now.
Everybody joining in. Paranoia going to be sent. Jump around the side. And, oh, Runner with a covering. Fire over at Boba. Shuts down the enemy Raze. Aggressive maneuvers do get punished, but they find themselves now in the site. The spike plant coming in.
Yeah, they're trying to punish that protocol of Trex there. He's been sending that drone out almost every time that they send out that smoke towards mid.
I picked out a mid. I mean, the rotation is coming around. Heibe's trying to go for the backstab. But is he going to be too late is the question. Paranoia not going to go deep enough. 0 Point not going to scout anything, but pressure here on BNK. Low King to try to buy some time here.
Heibe.
Starting to work his way forward, finds the one, showing out the patience, makes his way into the smoke. Now can strike, does so. Kill coming across. Safe, strafing across the fault line, gonna be sent, doesn't connect here on the 2. The shots they line up for him, but they cannot get the damage to connect. Smoke now dissipating the forward push and Safe finding one, kicks the other. The defuse will come through and Vitality will find 7.
Yeah. Again, these reactions are so good, and you know, it feels like now Trace Esports is kind of banging their head against the wall, trying to break through into B, and instead they're just being bullied back. I'm pretty curious. I would like to see more of play towards A, see if they can at least hold some rotations in that direction if they want to cut through. I get what they do. I get why they clear space. I like the idea to try to punish the Owl drone, but again, just a step ahead is Vitality. Now Safe starting to get in the groove.
All right, well, fast push forward, looking for the punish, but Sender stabilizing the aim faster. Finds that kill, kicks now, pincering forward. King able to fight back for 1, but Hunter's Fury takes him down. 2 members left standing now versus 4. As Vitality look for an 8 and 4 half.
Any success.
And Runner just going in, and yep, that neural theft that was available, now not gonna be able to come into play, but Runner's got one of his own. Heibe spotted out. Revealed here in mid, goes for the swing, but Runner puts him down. No chance to utilize that Spectre. Vitality up by 4 at the half.
Yeah, I mean, Vitality just showing those extra layers as this half wore on really gave them a big advantage.
Very much did. Well, the lead there for Vitality, wanting a 3rd map. We'll see if they can get it. But first, we'll go to the break.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Ain't nobody out here really wanna me. I'm going hard while you falling asleep. I got it all cause I deserve it all, dog. Just being honest, they don't wanna see me honest. I'm taking over this game now and that's a promise. Stay out of pocket, they don't wanna believe I got it. Give me that crown now cause I'm the king, call me your highness.
And we are back and about to go into the second half here of our second map in this series. Vitality trying to extend this into a 3rd and final on Bind. Trace can rally back, win another pistol, go 4 for 4 in that regard. Maybe they can make this a 2-0.
Maybe. It's a rough road they've got ahead of them with how clean Vitality started to look there with their decision making, with their protocols, with their responses to what Trace Esports was trying to do. However, it is a very different side of the map. Sunset could be where Trace Esports start to pick up steam again. We know they've got it in them. We've already seen it today. And on Sunset, they're a little bit better on their attacker side though historically, so could be interesting. But maybe today they've got something special in store for us. Otherwise, could be heading to that map 3.
All right, well, Vitality seeking their first pistol. Taking a look here, it looks like 3 Ghosts versus 2 on the opposite side. Some half armors in play. Safe immediately sprinting forward in this B site, widely ignored here by Trace. Everybody stacked up in and around mid. No one really playing on the sites themselves, just a trap wire to alert, already spotted out.
Yep. Good discipline again from Safe. Gets a little bit of a spot. May just have to clear that and dash out eventually, but still the spike there, so let's see how they want to do this. If they're going to pause off the clear of the trap wire, if they're going to try to make a go of it.
Trying to see if they can get a catch there onto the enemy Cypher. They do not. All of Trace now starting to ship their way across the map. Trapwire similarly set up over towards that A site to try to intercept Runner if he does go in a deep lurk around.
Vitality has so much map control right now.
Runner will go ahead and clear that one out. Cam also set up to maybe try to catch him in transit. For now though, Aftershock going through. Shock Dart going to connect. Send her down to 69 HP. Push for though, Flash connecting, and Fang trying to take some space. Goes up aggressively. Looking forward as Trex, the 2-for-1 special off the Shock Dart. Oh, looks to shut them down, and as Fang turns back, paint shell in hand, he just cannot toss it out. Trex will find himself a third, and Vitality will find their first pistol.
I mean, you have to make a flood play here as Trace Esports, and it's so good from Vitality. Just so much util they can throw at that front door as Trace Esports tries to barrel through, and it's a whole bunch of dead players. Hey-Bay there. Oh, that shock dart right at the tap of the spike. What timing from Trex. He has been outrageously good today. With the util, with the shooting, with the decision making. I mean, definitely my MVP so far for Vitality.
I don't think you'd find too many to disagree with you there.
Yep.
I'm out of here.
As answering recon going to be sent in, only Safe going to be spotted, but he's already made noise, so doesn't care too much about that one. The swing forward, and now they know, well, there's a lot more players behind this Neon.
Yeah, he was totally fine trying to bait that out.
Fault line does clip there on the Safe, but just no way of punishing. Shots in, and okay, well, Safe will get taken down to 58. Get some good damage over onto Hey-Bay at the same time.
And it's a pullback, it's a pause from Vitality. They don't want to go through the meat grinder. Already a decent amount of contact there. So thinking that the other side of the map may be when there's a little more open space, but actually Trace Esports has read this well. They're a step ahead. They've got Hey-Bay, they've got Low King, they've got Fang over here. Try to shut this push down. Just classics in hand though. Some utility available. Could make a meal of this. Could take a few Vitality's players with them.
Oh, Hey-Bay, I was going to say, has a fault line. Tucks back, does manage to send that one out. Stun there onto Kicks, but they still can't close the distance. That smoke there holding them at bay. Couple blind shots through to try to find a connection. As Track snappy to readjust. Takes out the enemy breach as Fang flush up against the box. Looking able to find one. Fang will get another. But one bullet remaining as he tucks back behind the box here. Swings out. Will be good for another one, so dealing some solid damage. But ultimately, Vitality not going to be getting thrifty.
Yeah, that's actually huge for Trace Esports.
Actually?
Actually.
Oh.
Indeed.
Good to know.
Yeah. But again, it's just guessing correctly here for Trace Esports that if they put enough resistance at the front, they would be able to kind of push Vitality over to the other side of the map, and they do a good job with it. And then there's a good pause there from Vitality to set up Trex on that angle. Coming from the other side, but still though, Fang just, once again, nuts with that classic. Finds a ton of value. Deeper recon. Gonna give a little bit of info, but Vitality trying to turn up the pace, turn up the tempo.
Cage trigger.
No resistance. Kai uses the one way to dissuade them from going any further towards the B side, at least initially. And now the drone gonna be cleared.
Showstopper online with that orb take.
Yep.
Drone just not quite going deep enough to get a spot out. As there's the Hunter's Fury. Open up, Safe sprinting forward here towards Market. Runner going to be taken down as PMK able to find one, but Trex finds Kai at the same time. Man advantage here for the side of Vitality. As this B site is completely theirs. 3 players still rotating over. That showstopper can come into play, but this is still going to be a risky position here for Trace. A must-win round for them.
Can we get a Trex Hunter's Fury kill counter? He has been ridiculously good with those.
Door broken down, but a full market approach. 0 point, holding them back. Showstopper can't come in quite just yet. Aftershock, forcing Sender back, manages to get the crouch. It's still a little bit of damage, but TP's back across over towards safety, and immediately is going to be finding a kill. Fang gets taken down and safe. Collects the final 2, a 3-piece from him as Vitality looking alive and well on the attack, now up to 11.
No doubt, that's 8 in a row for the side of Trace Esports. Or excuse me, Vitality. They have been absolutely frying. That's the bonus one. I mean, they're finding these great plays where they're able to get the pick, they're able to start breaking things open. They combo with that Hunter's Fury so well. And not only are they finding space off of that, they're finding kills. They're finding kills with the Hunter's Fury too. It's like everything so well drawn up and executed to perfection for Vitality. Gives them a huge advantage. I mean, Feng does have the showstopper, but a few Bulldogs and a Guardian have to be bought down for Trace Esports. Runner has a neural theft and just a cam watching mid, and Vitality now slowing things down, just watching for any aggression from the side of Trace Esports. Oh, got a spot.
He does. Warning shot sent.
They're just really going to take their time on this one, but actually Trace Esports on the A side giving up a ton of space in that area of the map, and Vitality just seeing that one player says, nope, let's try a different angle. And this time around, it will be a much different situation than we saw on the anti-eco. They have a lot more open space. Eventually, Trace Esports is starting to get a feel for this. Camera should give them some info as it's cleared. It should come through. Is Bianchi going to say anything about it? He does!
Okay, well, just spam it across. Able to find a headshot. Kick's going to be taken down. KO now out of the picture. That showstopper still available as all the players get clustered up safe. Here alongside Ali, saw that muzzle flash. As showstopper comes in, runner going to be eliminated. Push forward, save, able to find one, but can he save the round? So the answer is going to be no. Spike is just stranded way too deep. Everybody from Trace entrenched there on the site, so time will just bleed out. Shrek's going to see if he can maybe find another elimination. They cut across, and ooh, shots flying. Snappy on the readjust, and it's Hebe taken down. Good kill to be found. Just trying to just get any advantage they possibly can, even in the round loss. Still up by 6 here, our Vitality.
Yeah, absolutely. But Trace Esports, with just enough hesitation, kind of catches.
Ping
he got the spot off the ping. And then they're trying to push through in towards spawn. They shut it down. That sets up the showstopper on his site. And they're just kind of working into the midsection of Vitality's formation. And they're cutting them down at just about every point. So let's see if Trace Esports can build a little bit more momentum off the back of that.
Oh, misfire on the cam, but the drone will still do the job. Strap wire cleared. Fast lane just cutting off Boba's spot there as Hebe having to drop down, but he's just out into the open. Eliminated. The neural depth immediately going to be invested, and that reveals the position here of BNK, who's now just absolutely and utterly screwed. Gets eliminated. Quick swipe there at the market door, but with just 2 players left and not much catch here across the team, they're going to have to save.
Well, that's a tough position to put Hebe in there, because you're leaving market completely open. You're leaving an angle that's going to be difficult for him to get out of safely unless there's a really timely smoke or stun or something to bail him out. And Safe plays that so well. Just a little bit of a peek to get the spot. Throws the relay bolt in, gets the swing in with Sender. That's so well coordinated from Vitality. Little things like that.
Safe is on the hunt. Double face out of the smoke. Pop flash does connect here on a Fang, looking for a little bit more. Does find it, but it's now down to 5 HP. Any stray bullet whizzing past could claim him here. He wants to try to grab the weapon, does so. And eventually it will be fished out.
Match
Just spamming through the smoke there with 5 HP that's risky business, and he paid the price. This early crunch, the timing as well. Runner finds a pick at the same time as safe and center, clearing out Hebe on top of the box. Yeah, one more round, and they will find themselves taking the second map, taking their map pick, but there's going to be one last time out from Trace Esports to see if they can figure anything out. To, you know, 7 in a row, yeah, unlikely, but
sure,
you'd still want to get 3 or 4. It is all about that mental game.
Get the blood flowing again, get that momentum built up. Because in all likelihood, this is probably going to bind. So you want something to kind of take away from. But granted, at the same time, we have heard teams say, yeah, you know what, if you kind of get blown out of a map, that's easy to recover from.
True.
So we'll see which side of the fence they end up landing on here. But it is just that final time out. And if you have it, why not use it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd use it 100%. I'd want to talk about anything here, whether it be comms, mentality.
They're going to say comics.
I don't want to
talk about anything.
I'm not Golden Boy.
Yeah. You guys read that new Batman?
Every other day, it's something with him. Every other day.
Man, it's superhero built. But we'll get ready to go into what could very well be the last round of this map as Vitality look to take us to bind to settle the score. As stated, Trace need 7 in a row. In case Sliggy didn't point that out for the viewers.
That's some good math in there.
Fang, maybe the first challenge here in mid. Catches a glimpse, but cannot get the shot across. Pop flash out of the cyber cage. Kai scaling forward here. As Aftershock further flushes them out, but they're quick to exit. Minimal damage taken, safe down to 81.
And just toying with the map. Trying to get some util out of Trace Esports, and Vitality now able to pause, reset. They're clearing both sides. They're clearing both mains. They've got so much space.
Catching a glimpse. Takes BNK down to 45 HP. 4-man stack now here in B lobby. Trapwire just on the far side of that cage, but Kai able to strike, finds a headshot, and Kicks is going to be taken down. That's going to make them maybe think twice about attacking this site, especially as that smoke gets cycled here from Low King.
Oh, they're going to try to get the crunch going, but they need some way to keep that push from top mid and coming through. Door's already shut.
Left.
Smoke coming through, door broken open, but BNK ready, finds the first headshot. Kai's going to be claiming 2 more in the same time as Safe and Runner both get taken down. Trex now last man alive. Is Hebe going to be able to go ahead, pick up a free upgrade from the Spectre, and that is a flawless round here off the back of the timeout call. Trace keep themselves in the map.
Yeah, they just hold their ground really nicely this time. They're not overcommitting to anything. Holding a tight angle there as Kai find the shots. Bianke head on a swivel and mark it. Well aware of that push potential, and just not much that Vitality could do as that round sort of wore down. They couldn't really find any openings that they wanted. They had spread the entire map there.
Yeah.
And there was just nothing given over by Trace Esports.
6 more tries, chat. Let's flash out. Safe caught by that for a brief little moment, but no one there for a punish. And 3 members here from Trace to try to slow things down and find some early picks. Orb gets grabbed up, Kicks just one away from having that null command online. The 0 point not getting too much other than Fang. The fault line comes across to try to slow them up. Overdrive going to be popped, Safe sprinting forward. Paranoia coming across, blinds him up here. Deafening him for the moment, slide forward, and Fang able to find that punish. Safe going to be taken down, but now the return fire from Vitality looks good. Fang and Low King both going to be eliminated. Site opened up, but Spike's still not there, still lingering in elbow.
Runner.
This is a bit of a standoff here in mid, and it's one that BNK's going to be able to win. Runner taken down, the swing out, Kicks down so very low here on HP. 5 remaining for him, pops the null command. Plant coming through. No way to try and dissuade this one as Kai trying to go on a lurk, ends up falling. Trex wise to it, and now it is all on BNK to try to turn the tides of this. But it's such a tough angle to clear. Shock Dart, however, makes it a little bit easier for him. Takes down 1, spots out here on the Trex, swoops in, finds a headshot, the transfer! BNK with a 4! keeps Trace alive. What a monstrous clutch.
That is absolutely unreal. He is all over the place trying to figure out what's going on, but he's just fast with his reactions. He's getting shock darted, he's got angles he has to clear, and he's good for all of it.
I mean, you saw from the outset, he was expecting the Omen up on top of the box.
Yep, he was way above.
Swings out, but gets the readjustment, and then just holds down M1. The spray and pray rewarded a Red Bull clutch. There's now 5 more rounds for Trace.
Dude, I was so ready to just be like, Trex played that round so well. The way that he held down A-Link, created that extra angle for Vitality, you know, was playing his positioning so well, and then just can't quite clutch it out in the end. 8 HP left. But what a round, though. What a round for Trace.
I mean, this series, it has delivered.
Yeah, there have been some great ones.
Runner, seeing the drone going over towards Styles, goes for a quick little peek, but position now going to be noted. Everyone from Vitality gathering up here over towards A. Deep line, looking. Drone going to spot him out. Safe pushing forward, slides up, and oh, now MK this time cannot repeat the heroics. He ends up getting taken down as kicks, takes his head off. Weapon not recoverable.
That's
TP,
a little bit of a
quick check over into the spawn, but a quick cancel.
A little bit of a head scratcher there for me. There was no backup quite yet for Bianca, and he still opted to challenge that angle. Going over to the op.
Oh, up shot, gonna be going wide. Blast packs manages to pull back over towards safety, but goes for the re-peek, and Sender is quick to punish. Looking now here in the corner, Paranoia gonna be sent through. He's so damn low. Kai covering fire, helping to keep him alive. Thinks that he confirms the kill, but he does not. He barely even hits him. And now it is Hebe all on his lonesome, his Vitality. They say, hey, nice Red Bull clutch. We're gonna go ahead and get a MasterCard 50. As the Hunter's Fury connects, he gets taken down. MasterCard 50 indeed, 13-7 Vitality. Stopping the run back here from Trace. They make it look a bit more competitive. They go ahead and impress us and put our jaws on the floor for a brief little moment. But now we get ready to go into bind.
That should be a real interesting one. Neither team specializing in bind.
All right, well, could be still either team's game. We'll see who comes out on top when we come back.
There's a start, there's an end, and in between what are we doing? Killing time or joining in? There's a hit, there's a miss, and right now who am I fooling? I can't fight what's happening.